Hamali, you know how much you mean to me, right?
Of course I do, and you mean the world to me too, so what's on your mind?
It's just, I've been thinking a lot lately about us, about the future, and I'm not ready.
Wait, what? Not ready for what?
Not ready for, marriage, proposing, all of it. I thought I was, but I'm not.
Taiwo, are you serious right now? We've been talking about this for months. You said you were ready. You said you wanted this. Was that all just... What, a joke? Hamali's fingers traced the cool, smooth surface of the velvet box, its weight a tangible reminder of the future she craved. Inside, nestled amongst the satin lining, lay the ring, a symbol of the commitment she yearned for. Tonight, under the soft glow of candlelight, Taiwo, the man who had painted her world with vibrant hues of hope and whispered promises of forever, would finally propose. At least, that was the carefully constructed narrative playing out in her mind. The restaurant hummed with an air of sophisticated romance, the gentle clinking of glasses and murmured conversations creating a soothing backdrop. But as their waiter presented the meticulously arranged plates of jollof rice, Hamali noticed a tremor in Taiwo's hands, a subtle unease that resonated deep within her. It wasn't the nervous anticipation of a momentous occasion, it was something else, a shadow that flickered in his eyes, chilling her to the bone. His carefully rehearsed speech faltered, the words catching in his throat like trapped birds. Instead of the sweet symphony of love she expected, a discordant melody of apologies and hesitations filled the air. He wasn't ready. The words, stark and brutal, sliced through the fragile tapestry of her dreams, unravelling the future she had so meticulously planned. Hamali's carefully constructed world, built on the foundation of a single anticipated question, crumbled into dust. Yet, even as tears threatened to spill, a flicker of defiance ignited within her. Despair was not an option. She would not allow this setback to define her narrative. She would find her happily ever after, even if she had to dismantle the entire framework of her expectations. But the question lingered, sharp and persistent. What secrets lay hidden beneath Taiwo's sudden reluctance? What unspoken truths held him captive, preventing him from offering her the future she so desperately desired? Taiwo wouldn't look at her. He shifted in his seat, his hands fidgeting with his glass. I can't, he mumbled, his voice rough. He pushed the small velvet box across the table, away from him like it was hot. I'm not ready. The words hit Hamali like a punch to the stomach. Her breath caught in her throat. She felt like the world had tilted on its axis. All the happy dreams she had been building, the future she had imagined, shattered into a million tiny pieces. She felt a lump forming in her throat, threatening to choke her. Tears pricked at her eyes, but she blinked them back. She wouldn't let him see her cry. Okay, she said, her voice surprisingly calm even though inside she was screaming. She picked up the box, the soft velvet suddenly feeling rough and scratchy in her hands. Thank you for telling me, Taiwo. She stood up, her legs shaky. She turned and walked away, each step feeling heavy and difficult. She didn't look back. Outside, the cool night air hit her face, but she hardly noticed. The city lights blurred through the tears that finally started to fall. She felt lost and empty, like a part of her was missing. She didn't understand. Why? What had she done wrong? As she walked, trying to make sense of everything, a voice called out to her. Excuse me, the voice said hesitantly. Hamali turned and saw a woman standing a few feet away. She recognized her from the restaurant. She had been sitting at a table nearby, watching them. I saw what happened, the woman said softly, her face full of concern. With Taiwo. I know him a little bit. I've seen him do this before. Hamali's eyebrows furrowed. Do what? She asked, her voice thick with unshed tears. The woman hesitated, as if unsure what to say. Then she seemed to make up her mind. My name is Mapesa, she said, holding out her hand, and I think I can explain things, if you want to hear it. A tiny flicker of hope sparked in Hamali's chest. She desperately needed answers. She needed to understand. She took Mapesa's hand, her fingers closing around the woman's cool, steady grip. Listen. I'm listening, she said, her voice hoarse. Mapesa's expression was serious. Her eyes held a mix of sympathy and something else. Something that looked like warning. Okay, she said, but what I have to tell you might hurt more than you can imagine. Come, Mapesa said, gently taking Hamali's arm. Let's go somewhere more private. This isn't something we should discuss on the street. Hamali, still reeling from the evening's events, numbly allowed Mapesa to lead her away. They walked in silence for a few minutes, the only sound the soft click of their heels on the pavement. Finally they arrived at a small, unassuming house, painted a faded shade of blue. This is my place, Mapesa explained. It's not much, but it's quiet. Inside the house was simply furnished but clean and welcoming. Mapesa offered Hamali a seat on a worn sofa and went to the kitchen to make tea. While she waited, Hamali looked around the room, her mind still racing. Who was this woman, and how did she know Taiwo? And, most importantly, what could she possibly tell her that would explain his sudden change of heart? Mapesa returned with 2 steaming mugs. She handed one to Hamali and sat down opposite her. I know this is difficult, she began, her voice soft. But I promise I'll be honest with you. She took a deep breath. Taiwo, he has a history, a pattern, like I said. He gets close to someone, makes promises, and then he pulls away. He gets scared. Hamali frowned, confused. Scared of what? Mapesa hesitated. Of commitment, she finally said. But it's more than that, it's complicated. He was engaged once, a long time ago. It ended badly, really badly. Hamali's stomach churned. She had suspected there was something, some hidden reason behind Taiwo's reluctance, but she hadn't imagined anything like this. What happened? She asked, her voice barely a whisper. Mapesa sighed. His fiancée. She left him for someone else. It was a messy breakup. He was devastated. It changed him. He's been cautious ever since, terrified of getting hurt again. If you're looking for more African folktale, please consider subscribing to my channel. It really helps me create more awesome content for you all. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know as soon as I upload a new video. Thanks for watching.